They buried Grandfather Omuregi on a hot Wednesday afternoon. The sky over Benin City was cloudless, and the sun pressed down on the earth as if trying to seal the grave itself. Esiosa stood beside his mother and aunties, arms folded, eyes dry. He didn't cry, not because he did not love his grandfather, but because the old man had always felt distant, mysterious, as though part of him lived in another world. People whispered that Pa Omoregi was strange. He kept ancient Benin bronze heads in his living room, lined his bookshelves with scrolls no one could read, and believed in stories long buried beneath the soil of forgotten kingdoms. Esiosa used to dismiss it all. Myth, nonsense. That changed the day the statue whispered his name. 3 days after the funeral, Esiosa was seen to clean out his grandfather's old study. The house had been locked since the burial, and he entered. The smell of camphor and dust greeted him like a ghost. Books covered every inch of the walls. Wooden masks stared down from shelves. His mother told him to pack anything valuable and burn the rest. But Esiosa was curious. Something about the room pulled at him. He started with the bookshelf near the back wall. One book fell as he pulled another. Behind it, he saw a crack in the wall, and behind the crack, a wooden outline, a trapdoor. His heart thudded. He dragged the shelf aside, revealing a square wooden hatch. It creaked as he pulled it open. In it was a short ladder leading into darkness. He hesitated, but then curiosity, fueled by the stories he had always laughed at, won. He grabbed a flashlight and descended. The room below smelled of earth and crust. It was colder than above. Shelves lined the stone walls, filled with objects too old for comfort. Cracked masks, iron bells, ivory tusk, jars with shriveled roots. But in the center stood a single object, a statue. It was about 4 feet tall, cast entirely in bronze and shaped like a warrior, muscular, eyes intense, one eye missing. His right hand gripped a staff, the left pointed outwards, almost like a command. Esiosa stepped closer. Something in the air shifted. His fingers brushed the statue's chest. A whisper, faint, in a door. Esiosa yelped and fell backwards. He pointed the flashlight around. No one. He was alone. The whisper had come from the statue. He scrambled up the ladder and slammed the trapdoor shut. His heart thundered the whole way home. That night, he dreamed of flames, a palace, burning, soldiers shouting in a door, a young boy running through a tunnel, holding a scroll and crying. A shattered bronze mask lay on the ground. He woke up sweating, gasping for air, but he remembered the voice in the dream. It was the same whisper from the statue. The next day, against every ounce of fear in him, he went back. He sat in front of the statue for hours. He didn't move, but he felt it, watching and whispering, showing him flashes of scrolls, of rooms under the palace, of a name repeated over and over, Osaze. He found his grandfather's journal, tucked inside a box behind the statue. It was filled with Edo script, notes in English, maps, and one sealed envelope addressed to Esiosa. He opened it. "If you are reading this, I am dead," the letter began, and you found the statue. Good. Its name is Osaze. It was your ancestor's final message to the world. He was the last royal historian of the Benin Empire. He witnessed betrayal, the fall of the palace, the sealing of the throne no one wanted told. His spirit was bound in bronze, cursed to wait for justice. Our family has guarded him for generations. Now it's your turn. Esiosa's fingers trembled. He stared at the statue. His grandfather had been telling the truth all along. Over the next few days, the dreams grew stronger. He heard voices during the day. He started understanding Edo phrases he never knew. And each time he visited the statue, the whispers grew clearer, more urgent. One evening, he noticed a black SUV parked across from the house. He returned the next night. Then, a woman in red followed him from school. His instinct screamed danger. Someone else knew. Then came the knock at the door. A tall man entered, dressed in a fine senator's attire, holding a cane carved with a cobra's head. He introduced himself as Chief Ehizoke. He said he knew Pa Omoregi, claimed he was a collector of heritage artifacts, but his eyes, cold and hard, told another story. You found the statue, haven't you? He asked. Esiosa said nothing. You are playing with things you don't understand, the man continued. The statue is cursed. Your grandfather lost his mind over it. Destroy it, burn everything. Esiosa met his gaze. Why? What are you afraid of? Chief Ehizoke smiled. Because I know what it can do. That night the statue whispered louder than ever before. It said, Ukpabi. Esiosa scored the diary. He pieced together a map that led to the old drainage tunnels beneath Benin. One line stood out, Ukpabi, traitor to the Oba, led the invaders through the gates. He followed the map through rusted iron gates, overgrown tunnels, and brick paths. Eventually, he reached a sealed stone door beneath the old palace foundation. He broke it open. Inside was a chamber untouched by time, scrolls, bones, and a second bronze statue. This one identical to the first, but with both eyes. As soon as Esiosa entered, a wave of visions hit him. Osaze, the original Osaze, written in the dark, hiding from guards. The Oba, surrounded by enemies, betrayed from within. The cousin, Okpabi, smiling as the kingdom burned. Osaze had tried to speak, to warn, but they silenced him. Cut out his tongue, sealed his soul in the bronze. Restore me, the voice said. Esiosa returned home. He brought the second statue to the hidden room and placed it beside the first. When they touched, a beam of light shot into the ceiling, and Esiosa screamed as memories poured into him. Centuries of pain, betrayal, fire. He passed out. When he woke up, he could speak Edo fluently. He knew the palace's secret. He knew Osaze's full story. He knew what had to be done. He went public. At a heritage event hosted by a local museum, he presented the scrolls, the diaries, and recordings from the tunnels. The crowd listened in silence. Chief Ehizoke burst into the hall mid-presentation, accusing him of lies. But Esiosa stood firm. The Oba, intrigued, summoned him to the palace. There, Esiosa spoke in the language of the ancestors, telling Osaze's stories with details only a royal historian could know. He presented the scrolls, the evidence, the maps. Silence followed. Then the Oba said, "We wronged Osaze. Let his name be restored." The statue was moved to the National Museum. A plaque was placed beneath it. Osaze, royal historian, betrayed, redeemed. That night, Esiosa dreamed for the last time. Osaze stood before him. "Whole and proud, thank you, son of my blood," he said. "You have done what I could not." The statue never whispered again. But Esiosa had changed. The bloodline curse was broken. He became a storyteller, a protector of the past. And somewhere deep in the house, another artifact waited. And this time, he would be ready.
Please subscribe to watch more of our videos. Thank you.